I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Welcome back to another episode of First Date. My guest today has a brand new podcast at YMH. It's called Vile and Horrendous. Give it up for Joe DeRosa.
Hi.
You're one of my faves.
Thanks. This is the third date.
I know. Can you say it with a smile?
Yeah. I want a divorce.
What happened?
What happened to us? There used to be such excitement. Third. How many people have made it to three? Am I one of the few?
You are.
Okay, that's good. That does excite me.
The
That
last
makes me
person that had his third date was Mark Normand.
happy. Okay, he's a good one.
I think he was on a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw it. It was funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
hungover.
I almost was. I'm not. That close. That close. I like took it easy last night, meaning I only had 5 whiskey sodas before I left the mothership.
So is the sixth one?
So I was hanging out with a few friends, and I was like, I'm so fucking tired, guys. I'm so tired.
What time was it?
It was after the show, so 11:45,
Okay.
almost midnight, and
wow,
I was
what a pussy.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, I know. I was just like drained. And because it's a long story, but a couple of events of yesterday just kind of took the energy out of me. So by the time we got done doing Story Wars at 10 p.m., 11:30, blah, 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 blah. And then we're at the bar. So now it's like 12:30, whatever. And I'm just like, guys, I'm so tired. I can't even think straight. I can't even make conversation right now. And I was like, why am I still here? And it was like, I had that weird, I was charged enough from doing the show that I knew I wasn't ready to sleep, but it felt like being on drugs. I was like, the drugs are keeping me awake, but my body is being like, no, you're tired, you know? And I was like, I just can't go home yet. And I was like, I don't want another drink. And then I had the 5th. And then, so to answer your question, I think I started a 6th. And all of a sudden I was like, talky. And
Oh no, you got a second wind.
Yeah, and I was like, and I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here before this turns into 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't want to ruin the holiday weekend. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I know.
What are you going to do?
My buddy told me about a bunch of different shit that's going on, different events that he's like, you got to come to this, you got to come to this. And he's pretty plugged in Austin, so I'm going to follow his lead.
Okay.
And see where he takes me.
You moved here, right?
Yeah, full time.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I've always liked Austin. I like it a lot. I like being here full time now because I used to come in when I was living between here and Pennsylvania. You know, I'd come in for like a couple weeks, then I'd leave, come in. And so the stretches when I was here, it was very like focused on like just stand up. That's it. It felt like work time. Now that I live here, I'm like getting out again to like the stuff in Austin that I always really loved. Like I'm getting out to the shops and the cultural shit that I like, and you know, venturing out into different parts of town and getting out of my neighborhood. And I'm remembering like, oh yeah, this is what Austin is, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. Do you?
I
mean,
do.
You're from Texas, but
Yeah, but Austin is different. I mean, I had
Yes,
never
it
been
is.
to Austin before I moved here. Like I came and visited and I liked it so much that on like my 3rd day of visiting, I got an apartment.
yeah, that's funny. When I decided that I was going to start living here part-time, I made the decision in the morning. I looked at apartments in the afternoon, and I put an offer in the evening for the apartment that I live in now.
Yeah.
It was that like quick.
That's how it was for me.
Yeah.
I came to visit for a weekend, and then like the 2nd or 3rd day, I was like, this place is so fun.
Yeah.
I think I want to be here.
Yeah, I was always I lived here in 2000, so I always wanted to come back. And there was no good reason to well, not no good reason. There was no logical version of it because of work for me. you couldn't, from up until 2016, 17, it was kind of like you had to live in New York or LA. And, COVID really drastically shifted the paradigm of everything, like it's a lot of people, that is like podcasting was big, but my God, it really exploded during COVID. And it started to become very obvious, like we can all use the internet from wherever we are in whatever way we want. And you can kind of live wherever you want. But as that was happening, also the scene here was building and beginning. And I was like, wow, I think I could actually live in Austin finally and work. Mm-hmm. And I can, you know? So it's like I have a podcast here. I work these clubs that are here now that weren't here 5 years ago, whatever. And it's like, it's amazing, Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, the last time that you were here, you had just broken up with a girl. It was like a month.
I think so.
That you guys had broken up. Yeah.
It was fresh.
And how long has it been now?
Just about a year.
That's
I think
how long
we broke up
it's been?
last June.
Wow.
And I feel like I was here a little. No, you're right, because I was doing a bunch of podcasts to promote my special. And I came in to do your show in like July because the special was coming out at the end of that month or something. Mm-hmm. And you were the first podcast I did to promote. But yeah.
Have you talked to her?
Yeah, we're friends. I mean, we're not friends where we don't text. Like once in a while, maybe I'll hey, I saw this. You would appreciate it. Like very, very, very rarely. But I run into her. We like talk and stuff. She's dating a guy, or I don't know if they're still dating, but like they, but he's a really good dude, and like I'm very friendly with him, and I'm happy for her, and they seem happy.
Are you dating anyone else?
I have not dated seriously since her. No, not at all. I don't know if it's related to that or not.
Yeah.
But I'm open to it. I'm not against it. That relationship changed my perspective on everything. So it'd be nice, but no, I'm not. No, there hasn't been a real structured. Look, a lot of that has to do with too, like we're talking about Austin and moving here. I had purchased my home, my apartment. I don't want to make it sound better than it is. I had purchased my apartment in I don't know, whatever, like fucking June or whatever, and then immediately got hired to write for season 2 of Tires, which was in Philly. So I left immediately, and I was in Philly basically from July until, I think we were working through October or something like that.
Damn, right when you signed your apartment.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I met her that September. So I was like dating her from a distance, and then we got a little more serious. And then I came down here. I was coming down a little more frequently, and I was actually hanging out with it, blah, 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 blah. And then the following June was when we broke up. So my first full experience of being here was I was with her, basically. Mm-hmm. And then when we broke up, I still wasn't living here full time. I was still going back and forth to Pennsylvania a lot. Pennsylvania is wonderful and I love it, but it's mostly coupled up at this point. You go to small town PA, it's not exactly a single scene.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really doing any, I don't think at all, dating when I was there. And then I'd come down here, and truth be told, like I was having a hard time for a while, like getting like my footing again. Like I was having a tough time jumping back in to even like talking to anybody.
Did you like being in a relationship?
I did. It's challenging, but I did like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know. I feel like relationships are like kids. Your first one is always going to have it the hardest, and you learn. And I think by the time you get to your third one, you're like, we know how to do this now. And this kid is probably getting a bit of a better experience.
Yeah.
So, there's growing pains, and but I learned from them. So I would do it again. I would do it again if it made sense, I would do it again. But it also taught me that, you can't just, I don't get people that just jump into these things. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Malcolm X, and now Dog Piss has the stage. All hail Dog Piss!
Guess what? Vile Horrendous, a show where I guess what I do best, which is complaining way too much about shit that's not that important.
I think all YouTubers should be jailed. An army of drunken, screaming Santa Clauses. The devil stick guy was the doctor. Shut the fuck.
Come along for this beautiful, disgusting, vile, and horrendous journey. My new YMH show.
Subscribe. Smash that like button. We're going to be doing this every other week. This is
Vile and Horrendous.
How do you think you would meet another girl? Do you think that it has to be like in person and be very organic? Or are you
Versus
open to dating apps?
Like an AI girlfriend?
No.
I just know, I know exactly where I'm coming from, and I know exactly how I need to approach a dating situation. So it doesn't matter. No, it will never be dating apps for me. I've tried them 4 or 5 times during like dry spells. In fact, after the breakup, trying to figure out how to get back in. I tried it again. They're scams. They're complete fucking scams, especially towards men.
How?
They're completely built around spend more money to get more notice.
Oh, really?
I was on a dating app for like this was before I had met my ex-girlfriend. It was like kind of leading up to it. I was on this dating app for like 6 months. Okay. And the dating app, by the way, was like hookup. It wasn't like let's have a real connect. It was like,
it's Tinder.
It was like Tinder. It was like, let's have some fun. It was one of those apps.
Yeah.
And I forget what it was called, but
Grindr.
Field, right? Yeah, Grindr. Butt fuckers, it was called. No, but Field. In 6 months, I had 0 likes. I was like, guys, I'm not fucking George Clooney, but this is impossible. This is impossible. Some wildebeest would have liked me by now. And every day there'd be these things where it'd be like, you want more notice? Raise your profile. Pay this much more. And I'm like, what a fucking scam this is, man. What a fucking scam this is. And every woman I knew on the app that used it would be like, I get like a dozen a day. It's like, of course you do.
Joe, this is so funny. You're like, I'm likable.
In 6 months? That's insane.
My eyes are watering,
Sorry.
dude.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not, that's not egotistical.
It's true. You're not terrible looking.
Thank you.
Just gonna hold this tissue right here.
My eyes are watering now.
You want a Kleenex?
For different reasons. No, I know, I'm fine. No, it's fucking. So anyway, I hate.
So did you pay more money?
No, I was like, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing this. That's how every app is built now. Every app is like pay to play,
Oh my
pay more to play more. So,
or get any play at all.
yeah. I tried fucking. What's the one that's for people in the business? Raya. What a fucking joke. There's so many people in there like just here for friends. Then fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make friends in real life. What are you, a sociopath?
You know that? Yeah. There's a Bumble.
Yeah.
So there's a thing for girls. I don't know. Maybe it's for guys too, but primarily girls. And it's like Bumble for friends. And girls can go on Bumble and they can match with other girls in the area to make friends.
Women, Women, you have to stop. You have to stop, women. What is going on with women? You guys are losing your fucking mind.
Dude, that could
You
be
don't
a
need
whole-
an app for women to connect with. It's crazy.
But what if that was a whole other podcast where it was like you just bring people on for their first date off of the Bumble friends thing, and it was like just exclusively trying to find out if you could be friends.
Oh my God.
God, that sounds like
I want to be gay so bad. I can't do it anymore. I don't understand what's... I'm not saying men are a walk in the park.
okay. So since you dated this girl,
Yeah, sorry.
have you realized that you have a preference, like any, like what you look for in a girl?
Oh, wait. But just to answer your initial question, I'm down, aside from dating apps, I will meet, I don't care how I meet somebody. I just know how I need to proceed once I meet them.
Okay,
Yes.
but do you have a type now? Like, is there, since being in a relationship with a girl, you're like, okay, I like this.
No, I'll take anything. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. It's got more to do with personality than looks. You know? No. Hold on. I don't mean that in a like martyr kind of way. I appreciate a hot woman, obviously, but I'm saying like I'm not like, ooh, I like redheads. You know, like
Yeah.
I think all kinds of women are hot. You
Okay.
know, I just mean like so when you say what's your type, it's less like, oh, I like dark hair and whatever, and more like it's a certain type of personality,
Yeah.
and it's also their wants. You know, I met a woman one time that was like. You know, she talked about, if I meet somebody and they start saying like, look, this has happened to me many times. If somebody says to me early on, like, I definitely want kids, I just go, then this probably will not work.
Really? You don't want kids?
Not now.
You don't want a little DeRosa?
No, nobody wants that.
Just running around?
No.
Making little jokes?
No, God, no. Ugh, I can't think of anything worse. But no. I look, theoretically, could I eventually? Sure. But I'm saying if somebody is very locked on like, look, I am dating because I am trying to find the person that I will have kids with, I'm like, I'm not going to waste your time. That's not how I approach it. I approach it in a very different way, and that's okay. But that's something that I look out for. But you can't be I don't know, like it's hard to describe. Like I feel like I'm a little tongue tied because I feel like when you start to lay out, well, this is what I want. None of this is saying that I'm in any stretch of this word perfect or I've got massive flaws. So I'm not exonerating myself of any of my own flaws. But if you're asking me what annoys me or attracts me about another person, if somebody's too needy, I'm very turned off by that.
Needy, like needs your attention, needs you to be there? Or like...
Well, both. If it's like I'm going to get 72 texts every day that are, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean? Like where it's just it never stops. It drives me crazy. When you're texting with people, they have to learn that conversation ends. And there are people that don't understand the conversation is over. So when you start saying things like, okay, well, I got to get to work or whatever, and they keep going, it's like, that's a huge turnoff to me.
Yeah.
Also needy in the sense of like, if and this will happen early on because of my job and the nature of my job and the times that I have to work. You know, it's all over the place. My Friday nights and Saturday nights don't start until 11 p.m. usually because I have shows. You know, my Thursday nights are usually shows or whatever. My Wednesday nights are usually shows or I'm recording. And then daytime hours are often filled with meetings and or writing or whatever. It's a very weird schedule. And it's not a schedule that makes it easy to be like, well, let's definitely go out to dinner on this day. Like it has to be a little fast and loose. I don't mean that I won't make time. I just mean like it can't be a traditional kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So if somebody is like, I mean, I feel like I don't get to see you, and like, forget it. That's only going to get worse. That's only going to get worse. That's the biggest lesson I learned. Anything that either of you is concerned about early on will only get worse. That's it. Like, and that's not a knock at anything. It's just, it's both people have their concerns. And when either of you try to ignore those concerns and go, well, that'll get better. It won't. It will only amplify. And the more you care about the person, the worse that's going to get. And I'm very guilty of that. That was a thing that I did that was very damaging in my previous relationship. There were things that I thought I was okay with, and then I wasn't, but I was kidding myself and telling myself I was, and then saying, I'll get past it.
Yeah.
And then you don't, because what you do is you start to care and love the person more and more and more, and then the things that you can't get past are now being amplified, and now they are heavier, and they're, so, the analogy I always use is like, it's like if you watch cop movies, every classic cop movie has the scene where the wife is like, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of sleepless nights wondering if you're going to come home in a body bag or what. It's like, that's a woman that from the beginning was like, I am not very comfortable dating a cop, but I think I can get over it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't get over it. You just now love this person even more. And now you're even more scared, So that's something that I am very aware of. So I noticed the potential.
So you need a
Pickups
girl that's like
early.
busy late nights too. Have you looked in strip clubs?
Excessively. Some of those girls have baggage.
No shit.
No. I don't need a girl that's busy late nights. I don't need that. I just need a girl that understands. What I can't do is date somebody that's busy early in the morning, because that means if I'm working into the evening and she's got to be up at 6 a.m., that's not going to work.
You never see each other.
But if we both work nights, or she works days, but it's late enough that if we get together at 10 p.m., that's okay. She's not like a zombie yet or whatever, or gets off work early enough that I can see her before I go to work. There's ways that can all work. It's more just somebody understanding this is just what it is. Like, this is going to be what it's going to be.
Welcome to the Mystery Boys.
I'm Kermes Trez White Clausmas, Dunstan Trudeau. We're here to gape your fourth eye. Three-Eye Atlas,
JFK's doctor,
Hamas,
Hitler's doctor,
MK Ultra,
adrenochrome.
Aleister Crowley. You ain't heard the Mystery Boys get to the bottom of it.
I didn't see one dick in those catacombs, and I looked everywhere.
Well, this is the show, guys. I hope that your mom's house is happy.
There's plenty of girls that also enjoy having alone time at night.
Sure.
So that's out there. It's not, I think that there's just some girls, and I understand what you're saying by needy. There are the girls that are just needy that are like, no, I want you to be home. And it's like, that's a problem.
Well, here's another thing that I'm experiencing in Austin, because the if somebody starts positioning, and this again, I feel like this. I don't mean for any of this to sound arrogant, but if somebody starts positioning, I'm like, this is not happening. This is not happening. I've had people do that, which really grosses me out.
Positioning how?
Well, like. Okay, like usually on Mondays, right? So they do Kill Tony every Monday. So usually on Mondays I swing by towards the end of the show, and then I hang in the bar with everybody afterwards. And it's very much like a night to be like with my pals, I hang with Tony and a bunch of guys that we're friends with. And I've had people where I say like Monday's kind of out, like because I do that on Monday nights.
Your dude night.
Yeah, but also too, I say like it's not a good environment for me to bring you to. I'm going to be very distracted, like, or I'm going to be over in a corner with you. It's just not a great. It's just not good. Like at this stage in the game, until you also know everybody, it's just not. It's not a great
That's fair.
whatever, right?
That's fair.
And I've had people go, I think you should bring me anyway. The second that comes out of their mouth, I'm like, nope, that's it. You're doing some weird position thing. You're trying to get into the party right now. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm sorry. Why else would you care? If I was describing the same situation with a bunch of comedians that weren't on the internet, right? You know, you wouldn't care if I described that same exact scenario and it was dock workers. There'd be no part of you going, I think you should bring me anyway. You're saying that for a reason right now. Like,
You think she wants to meet the other comics?
yeah, no, I do. I think there's a lot of people that, and it's not with just comedy. This was a thing.
Popularity.
Yeah, it's the thing. It was a thing
Being
in
in the
LA too.
scene.
There were people around LA that because there was like entertainment-y things happening.
Yeah.
They didn't have an interest in being like working in the field, but they wanted to just kind of get in so they could say, "Oh, I was at the thing with this person." And that is not me thinking who the fuck I am or anything like that. But there are people that care about comedy in that way. So if somebody does that, I'm very like, no, it's not cool. And in fact, the opposite direction, if I know somebody is a fan of comedy and stuff like that, and they're around with me and they're super cool, that's massive points. I'm like, that was great. Like, I know for a fact you love that guy and his stand-up, and you acted like you didn't even know who the fuck he was when you met him. You just
Yeah.
did a nice to meet you. That's a human being, you know? Not to say somebody fanning out isn't, but somebody where their first priority should be spending time with you and then using that connection so they can potentially fan out. That's gross to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've experienced it. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I guess it's different for me because I'm a girl. Like, there's not very many guys that have always wanted to like come to a comedy club.
Right.
I mean, maybe some just to see my set or whatever, but not to like meet other comics because comedy is so male centric
Yeah.
that's not like
Yeah.
what they're going after.
Yeah.
It sounds like those kinds of girls are younger though.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. There's
'Cause
usually
that
not
kinda
a
seems like an immature.
Yeah, a 58-year-old woman isn't like, please bring me to the Kill Tony after party. She's like, my feet hurt. I want to.
Yeah, she's like, I'll see you at home. Go have fun.
Yeah. But Austin is. I don't just mean I just mean Austin in general. Austin is a sceney kind of town. Like it's sceney here, so you are more frequently meeting younger people than older people.
Have you done anything outside of comedy that's fun yet? Have you gone paddle boarding? Have you
My friend just asked me to do that last night, and I was like, "There's no way I'm doing that."
Why?
Because it's paddleboarding.
Hold on. Let me tell you how to go paddle boarding.
Okay. There's multiple ways to do
There's
it.
the one right way to do
Okay.
it. You got to get a little cooler.
Yeah, I know. White Claws. Yeah, I've heard this whole fucking spiel. I know. Everybody's got. Yeah, I get it. It's,
Why is this not happening? You fucking love alcohol.
and you kick through the dirty, filthy water on a fucking
It is
board.
dirty and filthy. It is actually quite gross.
It's so gross.
And it's overgrown.
Yeah.
Do you know that they used to clean the lakes in Austin?
Well, they should start that again.
They can't because there's some little tiny fish that's like an endangered species. And whenever they clean the water, the little
God.
endangered species gets more endangered.
Thanks, Obama.
And that's why. So they don't clean the water anymore. So now we have water moccasins and people that don't like water.
No, I love water. I was on Lake Austin the other day, and it was very fun. And I fell in, and I was terrified for a moment. That I was
How'd you
in the
fall in?
My buddy had a boat, and he was pulling us on a raft, and he was like really hitting the waves pretty hard, and I just popped off.
You
the raft.
launched off.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, no, I don't want to paddleboard, but I do want to find other activities outside of comedy. My problem is my hobbies are very individual type.
Like to go hiking?
No.
Okay.
I don't mind
Biking?
it. I like it. I don't mind hiking when it's not 97,000 degrees outside.
But you're in Texas.
I know this is I can't get used to the heat. I hate the heat. So, and I run
you're
hot.
fucked.
I know. It honestly makes me wonder, like, I don't know how many years I can live here.
Well, what people usually do is they spend half time here, and then in the summer they exit stage right.
Yeah, I was doing that, but then I sold my house in Pennsylvania, so now I can't do that. But it doesn't matter. Let's focus on the positive. The things that I like to do are very. They're not like I don't know. They're not like group kind of hobbies.
Joe,
What?
do you consider yourself a positive person?
No.
So why are we focusing on the positive?
Because I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be
Just
better.
now?
Yeah, just now. Right now. Well, these are my flaws. This is why I keep saying I know I've got my problems too. Like, I'm not, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it might just be me. It might be me. That might be why. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten any likes on field. 6 months. I don't know. Christ, who's got the energy anymore? I don't care.
Let's focus on the positive.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I like buying records and shit like that. That's like my favorite Sunday thing. My favorite Sunday or Saturday afternoon activity is like flea market, farmers market, record stores. Like I like that kind of shit really excites me. But that's not really the kind of thing you do where you're going to meet people. That's the thing you do where you already are with somebody, or by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, paddle boarding.
Just don't fall in.
But wait, are you bringing up paddleboarding? Because do you think if I went paddleboarding, I would like meet new people or something?
No, I'm
okay.
saying that I think that if you go paddleboarding, I think that you would get some sunshine, some vitamin D, so you wouldn't be such a vampire. And I think it'd be good for you to get outdoors. And also, there's some solace that you get in the middle of the water. I just don't look down at the kind of water. But if you're on the water and you're like out in the sun, also maybe not in Austin in the summer, it's really fucking hot. But getting fucked up on the water on a paddleboard is like also a fun activity to do, and you can do it by yourself.
I don't really love daytime fucked up. I don't love the feeling of it.
My favorite.
I liked it when I was younger. Now it just makes me like, well, that's not true. We used to go out every.
You don't day drink?
We had a thing that we were doing every Sunday for a while. It was like 5 of us, and it was a rotation. So every Sunday, one guy got to pick the starting bar, and nobody could argue with it. So and then you would bar crawl.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Where's like
But
the
you'd
worst
be
place
so
to start?
fucked up by like, because we would keep drinking into the night. I have to pee so bad. Can I pee?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. What happened to my pants? God, they're soaked.
Soaked?
It's pee.
Does it pee from the urinal, or is it?
Yeah, the way like the pee hits the urinal. It's a guy's secret, just so you know. The way the pee hits the urinal here, it like sprays.
That's so gross.
Yeah, so you got to learn how to hit it. But you'll learn from being here.
Thanks for telling me now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh God.
Man, Joe. Gross.
Well,
You got a bunch of other guys piss on your legs.
do not show my pants, please.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, it's disgusting.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
It is gross. So what's the worst
Well, I
bar
didn't
to start
touch
at?
it. I don't think.
It's touching you.
I know. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's what I deserve. Let's be honest.
Hey.
We could just say it out loud. I went and pee splattered from the urinal all over my pants.
That's so gross.
Look, I'm owning my shit. Okay? I'm a queen. Queens own their shit.
Joe. So what is the...
Worst bar to start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think any bar is really a bad bar.
So then why is picking a bar and no one can say anything about it?
Because everybody has their preferences, you know? So like the first few times we did it, there would be people complaining about like, this fucking place, really? So then we made a rule where it was like, okay, we're going to rotate. Every week, one guy gets to pick where we start, and nobody is allowed to bitch about it, like, because it's his week. So I don't know. It was just a fun thing to do. But we had to stop because it was becoming a thing where we were like, guys, we cannot get this drunk every Sunday starting at 2 p.m.
Why don't you just have a cutoff time?
Lauren.
No one has any
drinker.
stamina?
No, I'm saying that's not how drinking works. Nobody's like, I'm having the best time. Let's stop. It's like, dude, I'm fucking wasted. Let's do another shot. All right.
But see, I feel like for me, day drinking, though, I like to have fajitas and then margaritas or palomas and then go find a pool and then drink by a pool.
We see, these are, if we did date, if I took you on a first date.
You wouldn't like that?
If you started saying this stuff to me, I'd be like, this ain't gonna work out.
What?
I would do it for you once in a while, like as because it's like, oh, she likes to do this, so I do it. But no, that's not my thing.
You wouldn't like to go get something to eat, get some drinks, and then go lay out by a pool and like day drink, play cards? Because I don't like to just lay there and stare at the sun.
Sometimes I enjoy that, but I don't know. I'm not a big pool guy. There are pool people and non-pool people. If you said beach, I'd be more into that. I love the beach and I love the ocean.
But I'm not anywhere near an ocean.
I know. Pool is like, there's like pool, that's like a culture, like pool culture. Like people, I have friends that love it, like, and they can just sit by or in the pool for like 8 hours. And it's fun sometimes, but like it's not a thing that like excites me. I'd be far more excited if you were like, you know, we're gonna bar hop to these different places, and you know, like I like moving around and like I don't know, it's just it's how I am.
The physicality of it. But at a bar, don't you sit down?
Yes, but you're only there for, if you do a bar crawl, you're only there for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Or if you're bar hopping, you're at a bar for 45 minutes and you go to the next place. Oh my God, look at this. And look at, this is cool. And they got
Look
this
at
over
what,
here.
though? There's nothing to look at in bars.
Oh, that's not true. They're all very different. And, you know, they have different activities and, you know, different types of people. And
I wouldn't like being indoors. I like being outdoors.
we do rooftop bars or outdoor bars.
Rooftop
and
bars
things
would
like
be
that.
fun.
You know, but I'm just saying, if you're talking about day drinking, that to me is more, that's just more exciting to me.
Yeah.
I like I don't like being in one place for a very long period of time. It just doesn't, I don't know. I can't explain it. Like,
Do you eat when you drink?
I eat before.
And then you drink?
If I eat during, like I might be able to like graze a little bit as I'm drinking, but like I can't, like, people that, I'll never get this, people that drink for hours and then sit down and have a meal and then keep drinking after, I'm like, that's the bullet in the head. Like,
I couldn't do that. I have to start out eating a meal first and then I drink.
Yeah. I'll eat a meal and then, so I'm into the idea of let's have a meal and then start drinking. That's fine. Mm-hmm. My problem would be, well, we're at the restaurant. Let's get a drink before.
Do you like Vegas?
I like it in aspects of it. I like.
I don't understand you.
What? What are you trying to understand?
Like how I would go on a date with you.
Okay.
Like what would be like the ultimate fun time if me and you went on a date?
Right.
How would you like honestly accelerate? How would you smile the whole time? It sounds so impossible.
Well, we would be having a very different conversation, I feel like, you know. And I feel like we'd be laughing. I feel like we'd probably be having drinks and loosening up a little bit.
Where?
I don't ever lead with this because I want to show the person. First of all, I never do dinner on a early date ever. Dinner is for we know each other now. Dinner is not for getting to know each other. It is the worst activity. It's up there with going to a movie. So it's always a drink, work, or even a coffee, or maybe something or like a museum or something like that, like something where we can walk and talk and whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But if it is a drink, I won't lead with this. I'll always lead with a nicer, like crafty cocktail place because I want her to see like, hey, I'm trying to whatever. But if I had my way about it and I get excited when one time I met a girl at a place and it was kind of stuffy and I was like, it's kind of loud and stuffy in here. And she's like, yeah, I don't like this place. And I was like, oh, I only picked it because I wanted you to see that I was like trying to
impress you.
You know, yeah.
Nice.
And she's like, that's so sweet. I really appreciate it. I was like, yeah. I was like, what do you like though? And she's like, did you ever go to Lowdown across the street? I'm like, that fucking place rips. And she's like, let's fucking go over there. That's awesome. Like now we're in a fucking dive bar. The bartender's doing shots with everybody. She's making it a party. There's a pool table. Maybe we play pool. Maybe we play darts. We're talking shit. We're ripping shots. We're having beers. That's fucking awesome. We're talking to other people. That's such an awesome, in my opinion, first date to have with somebody because you're having fun with them. You're showing them you can cut loose. You're showing them, they're showing you the same thing. And you're also in an environment where people are bringing social energy into the date. You know, a pressuresome date to me is a bad thing. Just us, focused, you know, like that's bad. Now, there's too much of the other thing, which is like I was saying, like when you go to the Kill Tony thing, I'm like, it's too much. It's not where I would bring a date, you know? But there's a much more simplified version of that where you go into a certain type of environment and there's good energy and and that girl and I, like, we talked to random people. I was like, have you ever been to La Perla? She's like, no. I'm like, come on. It's like a house they made into a bar. And we went into La Perla. We talked to some 65-year-old guy drinking by himself at the end of the bar. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That to me is so fun and so unique and so loose and so cool. You know,
Yeah.
like doing something like that is cool. Like going to a flea market or a farmer's market or something like that where we can walk and there's cool shit that we can look at. And like, you're like, oh my God, they have these. And then you go over and you're talking to the lady selling the things. And I'm seeing your interests and your interactions and whatever. And you're seeing that with me. And I get excited about this thing. And then you're like, well, what's the deal with that? And I'm like, well, actually, these are really cool. I've been collecting these since I was a kid. Whatever it is. Like, that to me is like an ideal first date. But Vegas, to me, would be a fucking really fun first date.
Yeah.
Like, but I would go to, but Vegas, like, not stuffy main drag Vegas. Like, let's go downtown. Let's go to whatever those casinos are, whatever that, because I forget what the main one on, what's the street in Vegas?
The Strip.
Not the Strip. What's the old school street?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I haven't been to Vegas in a long time.
There's like the old Vegas. There's the old Strip where it's like all the, whatever.
Like Treasure Island and those.
No,
kinds
that's
of
still
casinos?
that's the main thing. If you go downtown, there's what's it called?
Las Vegas Boulevard.
No. Just look up downtown.
No.
Old Vegas.
Main Street.
What street?
Fremont Street. Main Street.
Fremont Street.
Okay.
So like go to like let's go to Fremont. Thank you. Let's go to Fremont Street. I knew it was something street. Like, let's go to Fremont Street and like let's go play $5 craps. That's fucking cool. That's fun. You know? And it's low pressure, you know? That's the kind of shit I like to do on a date to see if somebody's fun. Because I mean that's also going to set the tone for
Future.
If somebody's like, I don't want to do any of that, I'm like, well, we're not gonna be able to hang out at all.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. That's I don't know. That's the kind of shit I like. Are you figuring me out more yet?
I'm trying to. I'm curious because we've met up now on this show a couple of times, and everything has been super different every single show.
Right.
You know, the first one you were like, I'm not into relationships. And then the second one you were like, I just got out of like a really serious relationship.
Yeah.
And you were really vulnerable on that episode. And then this time I'm just like, what have we learned in the 2 episodes where you were like 2 totally different people with 2 totally different perspectives? Where does that leave you now?
It leaves me in a place of knowing much more who I am and what I'm looking for, and allowing that to dictate the situations I'll put myself in. So, you said paddleboarding, right?
Yeah.
I said no. You said why? And I was like, I'm not saying no because I don't ever like to try something new. I'm saying no because I know that that's a situation I will not enjoy. And I will feel trapped, and I will literally get anxiety from it because I'll feel like I have this fucking obligation now, and I'm at this lake, and what if I get too hot and I can't leave, and if I leave too soon, it's going to be rude, and the water, and I don't, and like, it's just, that's how I am.
No, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that also is progress, because when you find stuff out about yourself like that, that's good to know, and to have like a boundary and to be like, hey, I'm not interested in doing that. I was just curious as to why, because
sure, yeah.
when like, for me, if I'm really passionate about being outside by the water and day drinking, and I'm like, but this is so fun, I'm curious why that doesn't sound fun. But I get it if it gives you anxiety and it's pressurized.
Anxiety is a thin part of it. Like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm going to be having a panic attack because I have to go paddleboarding. It's not that. I get an underlying anxiety when I feel trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I don't like dinner parties very much.
Oh, you don't like dinner parties either?
No, because I feel like it is and I just did one, and I had a good time, but I had a good time because I cooked. I cooked. I helped my friend's girlfriend cook, and she made a thing, and I made a thing, and we collaborated, and I had an activity to do, and amidst that activity, I'd step away, I'd have a drink with everybody, and then I'd be able to go back and do my thing. And then when dinner was done, it was time to go. Like that fine, I enjoyed that. But when you say to me, come over, we're having a dinner party, and I'm like, I got to sit at a fucking table with, how long? How long is this? I don't like, that's why I say the pool, when you said the pool thing, and I'm like, look, I'm not against it. Like, it's like, yeah, sure. Sitting by a pool can be fun, and you jump in and you play cards and whatever. But there's an aspect to it where I'm like, I feel a little bit like, that's why I said I like if you're going to day drink, like moving. Mm-hmm. There's something about that, like, that speaks to this thing I have about feeling trapped. You know, I went out on my buddy's boat. We had a great time. The next time he asks me, my brain will fully reset, and the way I'm wired, my brain will not remember, but you had a good time. My brain will completely revert back to, how long are we going to be out there? And what if I have to leave? And then what if this, being trapped just doesn't, and trapped doesn't necessarily mean I have to flee the scene.
Yeah.
I just like when I'm able to go into my own private place if I need to. Because sometimes I need to, you know? So, I'm doing Bert's cruise in the fall. Theoretically, there's no more trapped you can be than on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
But I have my own cabin. So if I have to get away and I have to go just kind of be alone, I can do that, and I can escape, and that's it. I can't do that on a boat on Lake Austin. You know what I mean? Like that you're just like, well, no, we're on the boat, and now if I want to leave, I'm going to ruin everybody's day because I'm going to make them take me to a dock, and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just, it might just be selfishness. I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. Like I just, the thing I dread is the idea of, I honestly have like dread about this. I think about this sometimes. Getting into a relationship with a person you truly love, but they have all these family traditions they do.
Let me tell you, I'm in a relationship where we have not family traditions, but family get-togethers a lot. And it can be a lot.
That's not so bad. Yeah, but yes, it can. I imagine it can be a lot. And that's not so bad because a get-together, you can leave. Now, if you're hosting it, you're hosting. But if you're hosting, it's a whole different ballgame, right? But you can leave. A get-together is like, hey, I'm not feeling too hot. I got to get out of here. But like a tradition where it's like, every Thanksgiving, we do these 5 things on this day.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's a whole goddamn day. And I am locked in. I mean, the idea, too, small talk to me is a fucking nightmare.
Really?
It is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Pete, I just saw this clip of Pete Holmes. He described it so well. And I don't know if this is his own thing or if this is him quoting something or whatever. But he said, he's like, people think that because I don't like small talk, it's me being rude. And he's like, no, I am not extroverted. And he was like, so small talk is literally draining my energy. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. Like it's exhausting to me. And I am kind of extroverted, but small, and I love conversation, but I like real conversation. The idea of small talk to me, it like, and especially as a comedian, and I don't mean, because I'm so funny. I mean, like, you sit there and you talk, and there's always somebody that's like, oh my God, so you do comedy, and it's like, what are you on a podcast right now?
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to eat like lunch with you. Do you know this person? Oh, you know them. You were on the Jokers, right? And it's like, oh my God, it's fucking brutal. Brutal.
So small talk in general, I get that. But what's even worse to me is when, I'll give you an example. I just went to the George Strait concert, and I was sitting next to this guy that bought his own, it was just by himself. He was there for like the Texas State track meet. Yeah. And so like during the night, he didn't have anything to do. So he bought the seat that was like right next to me. And while George Strait is like performing and I'm like enjoying this performance, he was trying to talk to me about nothing. Yeah. Like, so you live here? And I'm like, what? Like, not to be rude.
Hitting on you?
No. He was just trying, because I was with my husband and it was like obvious, I mean, we're like dancing together and stuff. And I'm just like, but he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. It was like he didn't have anybody to talk to and he had to talk for the sake of talking. Brutal. And I was just, there was a point after like 2 questions where I just looked straight and pretended like I didn't hear him.
You it's a shame. You have to sometimes, and that goes along with the text thing I was saying earlier. Realize when the conversation is over. Yeah. That's on you. Not on you, you know what I mean? On the other person. It's like,
I don't want to be a bitch, but
I've literally seen friends literally say to people like, hey, well, it was nice talking to you. I'm actually with my friends right now. I can't do that. I'm like mortified. Which is funny because I am confrontational in the big sense of the word. Like I'm like, oh, you want to fucking get into it? Let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I can have those kind of conversations. Small ones, I like want to throw up.
It's hard.
Like slighting.
I'm the same way.
I can't do it.
When it comes to that, I'm the same way. Whenever I have to like tell someone something very simple, it's so hard.
There's a line in David Mamet wrote a movie called Hoffa. That was about Jimmy Hoffa, obviously. There's a line in the movie where Jimmy Hoffa says, differences can be resolved, grievances can be resolved, but if you slight a man, that cocksucker will hate you until the day he dies. And it's so true. You can get in your boy's face and go, fuck you, dude. You're a fucking asshole, man. Fuck you, bro. 2 hours later, bro, I love you, dude. I'm sorry. Right? But if you go to a party and you go, hey, and they go, you're like, I hope you fucking die. Do you know what I mean? And you'll sit with that. So that's why the small confrontations are tough. Because ignoring the guy's last two questions, that's not explosive. That's dismissive.
I feel like not a lot of people. I don't have a lot of confrontation like that.
Sure, yeah.
But there's been a few times in my life where a girl will just be like really rude for no reason at all, and I'm like, ooh, don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I can fire back.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then there's a part of you that feels kind of good when you like fire back.
Yeah.
But then you're like, man, that's not me.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. It's I don't like. Yeah, when I get explosive like that, which is not often anymore, used to be way more often. I say now, I'm like, I fucking resent that I let myself get to that place. Mm-hmm. Like it's
But sometimes it's just other people's fault.
There's like a thing that I've heard black people say. I've never heard the expression outside of a black person using it, so I assume it's like it's a thing from black culture. But I've seen like a black person like explode on somebody because of justifiably explode because somebody does something to trigger them or does something offensive, whatever, and they'll say, "Fuck you for making me come out of myself." And I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Like, 'cause that's what it is. It's like you're coming out of your frame,
composed self.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you're trying to figure me out. It does help me figure myself out. I'm still trying to figure you out too, to be honest with you.
Well, find me by a pool.
I mean, I know that's not what the podcast is about, but you're sort of confusing.
I feel the same way about you.
No, I know. I'm saying it back to you.
And it's crazy because I have so many people that come on the show and I can figure them out like that. And I'm like, okay, I see exactly where you're coming from. I know like what you like to do and what you're into and how you are probably. And like, it's pretty easy for me to like clock. But yeah, still, even on the third date, I'm like, wow, we have a lot to talk about.
I'm a very effeminate man. And people don't think that about me because I'm so like aggressive on stage, and I'm in my podcasts that I do and stuff. I piss and I moan and I complain and I'm a dick and whatever. I'm actually quite effeminate emotionally. I get jealous, I get hurt, I get like abandonment issues, I get scared. Like I'm not very alpha when it comes down to like the brass tacks of it all.
But you're very much in your own lane and you know what you like. Yeah. And you are the most like, I don't even know what the word is. You like being with your dudes like so much.
I do. I know it's a problem. I have to get over it.
You're like the most dude bro guy that, and it's not like lightly. Like, I mean, like your Monday nights going to like the Kill Tony after party thing is like set in stone. And then but
well, see, I have my I have my little shitty traditions, right? I'm complaining about somebody else's traditions. Right? And I say, I don't want to have to deal with somebody else's tradition. And now I have my own where I'm like, but I'm also like, don't come with me to my tradition.
Yeah, but that's like, but it's how you go out. That's how you go have fun. And that's how you go out. And so you have your own, you're in your own little bubble.
Yeah, it's probably a problem. It's probably, or at least a challenge. But I just,
I think it's opening up though, because I can tell. So one thing I can tell is like and then we'll wrap this up because I know we're going overtime now, but I can tell that from the first time where you were like not interested in having a girlfriend and then having a girlfriend, and then now I can tell that you're more open-minded, and you're, instead of being like, no, I don't want a girl around my guys and like invading my space because that's my space. Now you're like, okay, if I meet a girl, that's great, but she has to like kind of earn it and like prove to me in a way that she's in it for me and the long haul, and then I'll bring her around.
That's part of that is true. The other part of it is, and this is just me calling spades spades, and this is not because it's anything that's ever been expressed to me by any of my friends, but I'll call it what it is. The more you hang out with other comedians and the more success those other comedians are having, I'm very cognizant of their space too. Like, it is not, I don't take that lightly. I have friends that are vastly more famous than I am, than I ever will be. It's just what the fuck it is. So if I'm going to bring somebody, male or female, this is just respect, around them for the first time, I have to really know, like, this person's going to be cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I've had friends burn me. Guys, not girls. Guy friends burn me and really embarrass me, say a lot of stupid shit, try to be funny by being insulting to the biggest name in the room and all that stuff. And I'm like, never again. That will never happen again. So that really is more of the vetting of like, if you're going to come around. But also too, if I'm going to bring you to take the famous comedian or take the comedian friends out of it. Sorry. I hope that doesn't sound gauche when I'm saying that at all. I don't mean it that way. It's just the reality of it. It's the same exact thing as I was just out at the Netflix as a Joke Festival. There were people I felt comfortable bringing into the back bar of the Comedy Store. And there were people that I probably wouldn't have. The people that I brought back there, I knew if fucking Dave Chappelle comes in here right now, this person will be cool. Mm-hmm. You have to know that.
Yeah.
You have to, right? So that just is across the board for me. But also too, in the same vein, if I'm going to bring somebody into, my friend Scott, who's my oldest friend in the world, if I'm going to bring somebody into his home where his wife and his daughter live with him, I'm going to make sure they're not a fucking dickhead, male or female, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. We're figuring it out. I'll look, it'll either come together. I need a girl that doesn't mind some piss on the pants. That likes a dive bar. And, we'll figure it out, I don't know.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
Joe DeRosa Comedy on Instagram. But more importantly, Vile and Horrendous, the new pod. Please keep watching. We appreciate your support so far. And it's on my YouTube. It's on YMH, obviously. And it's also on my YouTube at Joe DeRosa Comedy is my YouTube. Subscribe to that. And that's the main thing right now. That's the main focus.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'll figure you out some more next time.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of First Date. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?